We're talking with Jaime Maussan, the man who made worldwide headlines a few weeks ago around the time of that NASA session. There was also a story out of Mexico. Jaime Maussan, investigator, journalist, and a man who has been at the centre of some controversy in the past, and he's in the centre of more controversy now. These claimed alien bodies from Peru were displayed before a part of the Mexican Congress and are now being analysed in Mexico. And we're told tonight that a report about that is due out, and that report may vindicate everything that Jaime Maussan has said, we are told. Plus, don't forget, a couple of minutes ago here on this station, TalkTV, Jaime Maussan made an offer to, I guess it goes to any research scientist in this country, maybe at a leading institution, but specifically to Oxford, that he will fund a couple of scientists to go over and take a look at these things themselves and satisfy themselves as to what they might be. I think that's, for some scientists, I've known a lot of scientists, respect all of them, because I couldn't do what they do. Isn't that an offer you can't refuse? I don't know. Let's get back to Jaime Maussan. So, Jaime, you've made that offer. I don't know whether we'll hear anything about that. I suspect we might. There's been an investigation, or there's been the beginnings of an investigation in Mexico. What can you tell me about it so far?
About exactly what? Exactly, I didn't understand the question.
Well, I'm asking you about the scientific tests that have been done in Mexico so far.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just a week ago, September the 18th, we made a live streaming from a laboratory with 3 different experts. 2 of them have never seen the bodies, an orthopedist, a radiologist, and a forensic expert who, the forensic expert knows perfectly the case because he started the investigation in 2017. Well, the other 2 didn't know anything. You can watch this in Maussan TV, my channel. It's going to be in Spanish, though, but you can see the images. If you understand a little bit of Spanish, you will understand the scientists, and you will see how surprised they are. And they are saying this is a living creature. There is no question about that. No, that's the reason I am so sure. I mean, from before and now, and again, the University of Ica will present the results, everything they know in detail, and that also will prove that this case is absolutely real.
If these were living creatures, do you think that they came here from somewhere, or were they here already 1,000 years ago?
I don't know. If they come from the space or they were here, we don't know. We know there is no a history of evolution to them and from them. It's like if they came and they leave. That's all we know. We have seen some figurines from the Dagu or Daju culture in Peru, in Japan, that are very, very similar to these bodies. It's some of the things that are interesting. But the real interesting thing is that these are physical bodies. Physical. They are not going to disappear. It's not a picture. It's not a video. The bodies are there. Either they are real or not. We think they are real. We are convinced they are real. Let me ask you something. You mentioned the Ministry of Culture that has a criminal investigation against me. Okay. And they are saying that the bodies were assembled. How can these assembled bodies be a natural treasure? It's some of the contradictions, because another contradiction is if these bodies were assembled, they are from 1,000 years ago. You know, then there are many contradictions, and they are going to have to answer all about that.
Let's go through some images that you sent this evening here, and we've put them together in one image, and we've numbered them. I think we can get these on the screen now, if the team can do that for me, because I think this is going to add some light to this investigation. Okay, we've numbered these 1, 2, and 3, and the first, of course, you can see the whole body. Now, at the top, around what would be, I think, the sort of thyroid area of the neck, the throat, you can see something that looks like maybe that metal you talked about. But can you talk to me about the image that is on the left-hand side of your screen? This is the skeleton.
Yeah, well, it's the skeleton. Well, you can see the metal in the top. Mm-hmm. You can see everything perfectly well built. It's not assembled. If we could see also the head, and you can see the connection from the neck up, and you can also see the eggs. The eggs are very important because according to the St. Petersburg University, they investigated this in 2017, 18, 19, and 20, and they found that the eggs had embryos inside. Embryos inside. How can you fake that? You know, and the eggs are organic. They are not stones. You can see the hands. There are ligaments in the hands. That's how they move it. And again, even if you don't see in the hip, it is like it is not connected. But if you look closely, there is a capsule joining both bones. It means that they were very, very flexible, probably they run very fast. I don't know.
Right.
There are some of the things that we can see in that image. And again, the metal in the chest.
So this is obviously a pregnant female. There are eggs there with embryos, you say. And you also say, crucially, that as far as you're concerned, and as far as the scientists are saying that you know so far, this is one integrated structure, and you say that there is no way that that could have been put together by any kind of kit of bits.
Nobody has proven. Let me ask you something. Why someone in the world, in the whole world, tried to do something like this, tried to build it? Let's see if they can do something similar to this or exact to this. And you see that it's not going to be possible. This is just natural.
Why were these preserved, do you think, Jaime? How did they come to be preserved? Obviously, some civilization...
I think they were loved. They were loved by the inhabitants of Peru, inhabitants, because they were buried in this special place, where there is this diatomea earth, and the poison they put in the body, and both things help to preserve them. That was done by someone, probably humans, because they gave a special place to this. I think because there were at least 20 of those, 20. I think they died all together with some kind of sickness or something, because the eggs had embryos. They were okay, they were healthy, and suddenly they died. I think something very, very terrible happened to them.
But you think that the people who were around then venerated them, maybe even worshipped them, because they made a big deal of burying them in a particular way that we can find them now?
And they also put small toys that were assembled. Those were assembled by people, and they were there, like something they put in the when they make these burials, you know, for the other life or something. I don't know what. But those are the ones that are being analyzed or were analyzed by the Ministry of Peru. And that's confusion. But they create the confusion. They know they have never investigated these bodies. The University of Ica has had the bodies for 4 years. The Ministry of Culture never went there. And now they consider this a natural treasure. They're opening a criminal investigation when they never care about these bodies. That's the reason they left Peru. I think it's tragic that more than 20 of these bodies left Peru. Don't you think?
I'm reading here from 2015 that there was a bit of a controversy about involving yourself to do with mummified bodies. And I'm just going to quote this line here from a piece from, well, it's an agency that compiles news reports. But it was purported to be an alien. Later, though, the alien discovery was debunked and the mummified corpse was shown to be that of a human child. If that's so, you can understand why people are skeptical now, can you?
Yeah, but it's not true. I found the real body that was found by the archaeologist Palmer in 1897, and I have both pictures, and you can see that the body that was taken in a photograph in a museum is not the same than the finding of these archaeologists. It's as clear as that. We had to go to the files and through FOIA, and I received some help, and we found the picture. And the real body doesn't have anything to do with that. You know, but that's the same thing. I couldn't defend myself because it was just a picture. What can you do with a picture? And now we have a physical body, and the body is there. That doesn't have anything to do with anything I did before. I still believe that what I presented was real. I am not backing from my my words or my presentation.
And
whenever you want, I send you both pictures.
We have a saying here in the United Kingdom, I think they have it in America too, a gut feeling, you know, your instinct. Does your instinct lean towards saying that these are aliens? Or there's a question mark over what they might be. We know that. But do you think in your heart that these are aliens?
Yes, because they have technology. And that technology was not known 1,000 years ago. And because they remember, I presented DNA. Why nobody has read the DNA? Why nobody has told me that the DNA doesn't show anything? Why never anybody has told me that DNA doesn't prove anything?
All right.
And it's there. It's open to the public.
We have about 30 seconds. That's one of the downsides of television like this.
Yeah.
What's going to happen next?
Oh, we will continue. I'm traveling to Peru. I'm going to the University of Ica. I hope they will do a press conference without me. I don't need to be there. But they can present this to the world. That's going to be one thing. And I think when we have everything ready, the University in Mexico has been asked by the Congress to investigate this. Then I hope we will have a new public audience to present everything to the people, and you will decide then.
Jaime Maussan, thank you so much for your time. I apologize to the people who say that I'm interrupting, but we're out of time. This is The Unexplained from TalkTV. Well, you know something? I'm really pleased that this being the last TV show, it is proving to be a big one. Jaime Maussan, the man behind the revelation or the revealing of those alien mummies, so-called in Mexico a couple of weeks ago, made an offer on this show to Oxford University scientists, and I guess that would spread to others at other leading institutions. He will essentially expense a couple of them to go to Mexico and take a look and analyze those claimed bodies to show to the world, I guess, ultimately, that, as Jaime would hope, they're the real deal. They're aliens, or they're very, very deeply strange in a way that we don't fully understand. I think that's an offer. Jaime has said that if you want to contact me, which you're quite at liberty to do, if you're a legitimate researcher in this and you're interested in that, don't forget there will be world headlines in that. If you're interested in that for you, your work will be highlighted. Go to my website, theunexplained.tv. You can email me from there and tell me whether you would like to take up that offer. I think that sounds like a genuine offer, a chance to go to Mexico and do that. And I will certainly be following this. And as you know, this show is not on the television anymore after tonight, but it will continue on Talk Radio. So a lot of people have been asking me, and thank you for all of your good wishes.